Moo and good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Pinktron. I am Brent Robinson, joined today by Steve Pritchard. Steve, what are you drinking?
Hey, Brent, I am drinking a Hawkstone Session Lager. That was a Christmas present. It's very tasty. I might have another beer tonight.
A
Wouldn't that be fun?
session, a session
Two
lager
whole beers.
is a session lager like a special type of lager? Like, is it a thing, or
I
is
have
it
no
just?
idea.
Hmm,
Uh, I presume it's a fairly low percentage one. So
hmm.
it's trying to read. Maybe I shouldn't have the second beer. It's only 4%. It's quite low.
Ah, you're good to go. And we also have Chris Greenland. Chris, what are you drinking?
Yeah, just lining up dead ones here. I've killed a Gatorade. I've killed the first Mick Ultra. I'm on the second Mick Ultra, and then I have a Athletic Free Wave Hazy on the back of that.
Good. We also have Steph Etchen. Steph, what are you drinking?
Semi-bit boring lemon flavored sparkling water.
Fair enough. Fair
Beautiful.
enough. We have with us today also John Keenan. John, what are you drinking?
I broke out the ginger ale for today.
A ginger ale, nice.
I,
Okay. And I have so my kid went to I had nothing in my fridge to get for a drink, but my child was at school and came home with a ginger ale kombucha. I have never seen this or tried this before. I have no idea what it's gonna taste like. So we're gonna do like an experiment, like live tasting. I don't know if you can go like that. All right.
I thought you were going to say apple juice box, but
Yeah,
okay.
no. I wish. With a 17, he probably doesn't even drink apple juice anymore. This might be like the worst podcasting ever. It might be the most amazing podcasting ever. We're gonna find out.
I mean, kombucha's got some kick.
It's it's not terrible. I don't know if I drink a whole case of those though. Anyway, um things that were also somewhat surprising today. No spring chickens, race one. Um we were on the Wandering Flats, even though, well, I guess Maryline really helped organize all the events. I just kind of picked some routes and stuff, but I did not know that we were all going to be in the same pen. So that was fun. Everybody in the same pen, everybody starts together. Um, and away we went. And boy, did the front guys go. Hey, Chris?
oh yeah, that was a little filthy. Um, my legs are still recovering from a long week last week, but I even then I still did not expect to go backwards in that like dirt section between the two worlds. But that's where I
Mm,
lost the group. I don't know where
yeah.
you went back.
I made it a little further than that, but not too much. That was definitely the big like push was in through there, and then I held on a little longer, and then kind of got back to the group. And it was like as soon as I got back after the attack, it was like another attack went off the front. And I'm like, nope, that ain't gonna happen. I was
That's bonkers. If we were talking about that section in her beginner racing, we'd say, yeah, watch out. It's one of those sections that, you can get dropped if you're a bit on the edge, but you're not going to win the race there. So for that to happen, those guys are going to be going really hard in that
I,
section.
I averaged 293 watts for 10 minutes and I was off the back. So I don't know. That's uh, 3.6. And I was out the back at the front. And that was like, I thought I was in around like the 20th and I thought, oh, 20 is going to be okay. There's going to be more than like 20 guys that can go that hard that long. Nope. 26 of them. I think I was back to 27th before I got dropped off. And then I thought I'd be able to like maybe stay away for a little while, but the next group was how many were in the next group, Chris? 6 or 7 of us?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. And I kind of was away for a little bit. Then I'm like, I'm like, it was like 4 seconds, 5 seconds, like maybe 5 seconds ahead of these guys for the next 17 kilometers and then get to the climb, which, and that's really what it was. Like it was flat, flat, flat. I think that front group broke up even more though, as much as like we broke it up, I think. I probably have to do some button pushing to make the final results come up, but um I think it broke up like because the at one point I looked and the group was only 90 seconds in front of us, but the leaders finished 3 minutes in front of us. So they really kept going.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean,
Did
that
you?
definitely gave Ecro vibes of figuring out when you wanted to stop burning matches to have matches left to catch on to other groups. which is all I was looking to do.
Yeah, like the leaders finished in just like 34:20. And there was another big group 20 seconds back of them. And there was another group 13 seconds back of them. And that was a group that was kind of like more like 90 seconds in front of us, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it really kept shattering. I suppose it shattered. I mean, so I guess like maybe I need to like take some fault on the like road description, because I said it's mostly flat, and it's pretty flat, except for that one hill at like with 5K to go, 6K to go or so. It's a very droppable hill. You can definitely get dropped on that hill.
Yeah,
There's
it's
two
not like
guys
Pain
shelving us.
Cavern climb level though. It's just like that ramp up to the false banner,
Yeah.
real banner, false banner.
Yeah, it's just the pulse rate, but it goes like it's longer than you think because it goes up. It gets all the way uphill into the village, so you
Yeah.
gotta stay on it. And it has that one steep part, yeah, the false banner, which is where like kind of cracks can happen. But then if guys are strong and keep going, like those two guys ended up breaking the rest of the group, and they
Yeah.
managed to. And it was not just like we were kind of on their wheels, not too bad when it came at that really steep part, but then they kept on the power all the way up to the
Mhm.
village, and we just could not close that gap on them.
Yeah.
They just kind of pushed it from like 1 second to 10 seconds by the time we got there. That was 15 seconds by the time we got to the bottom. So finished a group with 4 different categories at the end. That was interesting. Heinz had a huge sprint and took it down when all he really had to do was finish with us. I mean, I was not saving it for the sprint. I was trying to catch the 2B guys that finished sort of 15 seconds in front of us. I was trying to get up there, but 15 seconds was too much. Yeah, I think it's a fun event. I don't know. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's all categories together. It made it a special challenge. How is scoring working for this series?
It's
Is it time? Is
GC.
it points? Just
It's
time?
GC. Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's interesting in terms of your ability to hold on
Yeah.
and stay stuff. I mean, it definitely also makes the front guys push harder. Right? Like Terry was in the chat, like, come on, you guys, push it. We don't want to be slow because it's GC. So,
Okay, so an incentive to find bigger races and bigger groups week over week, right?
yeah.
Okay. No, I'm a
Or
fan.
do
No,
it 5 or 6 times, Chris. Try and beat your time from tonight.
Well, I might have to because about 2/3 of the way through, I noticed my heart rate monitor dropped. And I'm not sure how kind Brent is going to be in timing and scoring if I'm going to get a DQ and I have to do this all over again.
You're showing in the results at the moment on Zwift Power.
Okay. All right.
We
Well,
won't tell anyone, don't worry. You haven't told
Yeah.
anyone your HRM wasn't working.
There's HR data in there.
Okay. Phew. Yeah.
It's
Yeah. I
it's
mean,
it's the same like ladder. Sometimes your heart rate monitor breaks or it doesn't start at the beginning. But if you have a heart rate for a certain period, even though your average heart rate is then way unusual, it still counts.
okay.
I
Yeah,
guess
I
the
don't know
kind
if that's a function of my internet or what, but I'm having massive internet issues. I've drop kicked AT&T. Sorry, any AT&T fans out there. I have Starlink on order, so we're going into the future. But it's just been frustrating here last week.
did you have a dropout like right before you caught me?
If I did, I didn't notice.
Okay. I was like, the group caught me and I was like, I can see Chris in the rider list, but I was looking for your pineapple jersey. I didn't see it. And then I looked back around, fell to the back of the group and oh, there he is.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me because yeah, I've just been in and out. I'm running Zwift off the hotspot on my phone, so I have to pair my TV and my trainers to that, all of it through my phone. So it would not surprise me if there's some like packet loss going on in there and it disappeared for a second.
Yeah, I managed to just about run Zwift in the shed, and that's about 5 or 6 megabits a second. So it's not, you can just about get away with it, but
Okay.
I have cable and will run out to the shed as soon as I can get some stuff up a pipe. But
I rode disc wheels. What wheels did you have on, Chris?
I went with, I don't know.
The Envies or the DT Swiss or something? Something
I
non-disc?
think I had the Zip 858. It's not the disc wheels, but like the more aero zips. Maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't know what that final climb was when I saw it on the map, so I wasn't sure if the Envies were the right way to go or not. But I don't think there's just so much downhill and flat.
Yeah. I was definitely taking discs to try and hold the leaders as long as I could. Yeah, I mean it's an interesting dynamic compared to like HWR, because in HWR everybody's in the same category, so it doesn't matter. And it's a little different than like categories all starting together, because inherently like the fast people are racing against the fast people, but like an age group, like some of the fast people are in your group. So it's not just inherent that you can kind of find the fastest B or C and stay with them, because they might be like a diamond velo or whatever. So you got to be like, maybe I really should sell out to catch that guy. It's an interesting dynamic. Yeah, I don't know if there's much else. John, Stef, you
I
guys
think
thinking about
it's
doing
been made a
anything?
bit easier by it being GC, isn't it? So it's just kind of you've got to get to the end as fast as you can. If this was points, this would be spicy.
Well, I do think the GC actually makes the front guys go faster, right? Because
Yeah.
otherwise they would
Yeah,
be able to kind of sit in and wait. But in a GC, like they want to push the pace and get it faster because they're racing against the next time set and everything else.
So it's
Yeah,
sort of like
Is
third
it-
winter racing, but you just get dropped faster.
Yeah, maybe. I think that might be true. John or Stephanie or Steve, you guys thinking about doing it?
I might see about the 8 o'clock ride tomorrow. So race 3 might be race 4. How many races do we have in the weekend now? 6 or 7?
Six.
Yeah, race 3 then.
Yeah, I
Uh,
might be able to do that. I'm gonna go the one after that in the afternoon, West Coast time.
probably skip it because I'm still like now 4 stages in for Zwift games. Still need to do stage 5, the epic, the finish up the grade. So yeah.
That's a good transition because I did that stage this week. That is a mean trick. I mean, you see it's coming. You can look at the route, but I mean that route is it's called
It's 3 stepsister. No.
Three Little Stepsisters.
Yeah.
Right. So you do like Jarvis, which isn't too bad, right? And then Hilly Reverse,
Yeah.
which is
no, not really reverse. You do the epic reverse starts into the bypass.
sorry, that's what it is. Right. Half of Epic, the bottom half of Epic. That's right. And then you go do the grade. But after you do the whole section all the way through the desert, because after you come down off of Epic, you do like the underground underwater tunnel all the way kind of it along the southern coast and before you get to the grade. So it's like a long flat bit there of looking at each other. And then you get to the grade and you got to race the grade, and the finish of the race is at the top of the grade. And I know mine was about 75 minutes ish to finish, maybe 70 minutes. And so, you're 50, 60 minutes into the race, and now here's your 15-minute all-out climb. Although, tip to everyone, all those banners had a feather in them, which I did not know.
Okay.
I'm like holding my feather that I got, whatever sprint banner, as I go up on one. Someone else is like, "Oh, how's it going to mess with my FTP with I send off all these feathers?" I was like, "There's more feathers in those things." Oops.
Tell you what, though, really good HSRL course, this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lots of
segments. I would say maybe two little stepsister would call Jarvis and the epic one a little, but I wouldn't call the great that little. Yeah,
More like two stepsisters with a steel pipe at the end. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There was in my race, there was like the one racer who went, I think, 4.0 the whole race, like got dropped at at Jarvis, caught everyone, got dropped at Epic, caught everyone, and then went 4.0, caught the front guys who dropped everyone else at Epic, and then beat them up the grade.
What?
Yeah.
But they're just holding it back?
I think they must be on like a spin bike or something. I don't mean,
Yeah.
but like, there's no like
that
they're just, like,
doesn't really make sense if you win the race if you're getting dropped at epic and Jarvis kill him.
well, like I said, the guys on Jarvis, like that, we all went to like 5.2, 5.3, so they got dropped. And then, but then like we all settled back into like 2.5. They just kept plowing along at 4.0. It's like, okay.
He
Maybe
put
they're
he, he,
hills.
he put he put Orc mode on 4.0.
Yeah. All right. So hopefully everybody does no spring chickens. It was the turnout was really good. Like
Yeah.
that was the best part of the whole thing is we had
Yeah, I noticed Zwift
50.
Power's got a what looks like a spice rating if you're familiar with curry houses in the UK, but it's actually a popularity rating. So it
Yeah,
had a 1 out of 3 available fire tokens for popularity when I looked at it. So that's good.
Great.
yeah, that's another functionality of the, I think the Zwift Power ZRS extension.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, wouldn't really call it pure. It was first created for ZRS, then they created after a while, just like Philo, you have your ZRS, but then last year they added the dashboard, and I think recently they did something with the calendar, indeed popularity, that you can sign up directly to Zwift, links to around the course for, I think, Zwifter bikes, YouTube, and Zwift Insider articles. So yeah, that extension is is just bonkers doing.
To update on beer number 2, this is craft Siren beer from Yulu, which has an incredible. This is a great bit of audio, but has an incredible decorated can.
Yeah, it's nice.
For those on the
Which
audio
stuff?
feed, it's kind of like a sneaky lady with hypnotic chessboard.
Yeah, it's got like a
Yeah,
hypnotic background behind
Yeah.
a green lady. So yeah,
it's a very
very
cool
cool.
can.
And equally cool. Brewed with Earl Grey tea and lemon zest.
And it's
For
good.
sure.
I think you still need to taste it.
It's okay. I think the can, the flavor isn't matching the awesomeness of the can.
Hmm. That's a lot of beers with fun cans, isn't it? All right, let's move on to Hurt Beginner Racing. Steph, what do we got this week?
Classic RGV.
RGB 25K-ish, flat in France. Flat or
No,
even
well,
this route for for no spring chickens.
I will check if they have any, because I forgot to check if there is any difference for the categories. If
We're still using the
no,
new
no,
narrower categories,
yeah,
I guess.
yeah, it's split, but it's still showing for all categories 1 lap. I was thinking maybe for those, certainly for that bottom one up to 115 and the ones 185, that's maybe they would only do half the course, like not the full lap, but yeah, it's 25K long boring lead in, aqueduct, half bit over halfway, more flat and gets a bit rolly, and then you have the real rollers with the intestines.
Good. So if you're new to Zwift, hopefully you're new to Zwift, you're listening to this not too closely. And then you're out doing herd beginner racing. And then I think the only other herd race thing is there might be a Climbers Gambit style challenge thing dropping. Watch the Facebook group and the Discord for news on that.
Yeah, Craig is still with it.
Good.
I can technically still do herd beginner racing, but I'm not doing it because don't consider myself as a beginner, but I'm doing other stuff.
Well, let's. I think that's what we're gonna call this next segment. What we've been Zwifting. So I don't know. People listen to gaming podcasts. There's always like a segment. It's like what we've been playing. This is what we've been Zwifting. So last week was Omnium. I did half an Omnium. I'm afraid I just could not make the first half work. Did everybody else, John? I think did you get any Omnium in?
No, I
No.
didn't read the memo that you had to sign up for all of them in advance, and I thought, oh, I'll just sign up for Sunday, and then Saturday came and went, and I was locked out. So I was a little
Oh.
disappointed.
I signed up for the Sunday ones on Saturday
Did you? I wasn't able to do it
on Zwift Racing.
on the companion app.
Oh no, you had to go through the ZwiftRacing.app event.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't
Yeah,
read the instructions even more than I thought. I didn't read the instructions.
yeah, they don't show on. I think on companion in the Hertz group. You have to go to Zwift Power. There's a link to the Zwift event. Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember seeing links tossed out.
Yeah, I think also that maybe was a bit. It was a good idea with the Velo, but I think those extra steps might have cost some free signups. Not that it really mattered for GC, but it's always fun to race when more people because I think looking at the EMEA slot, there were some categories with one or two racers in it.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, that sign one probably did result in like more higher percentage of people doing the whole thing, but less sort of free drop-ins. I think that's probably about right. What it's Chris, I think you did it, right?
I did. Yep.
And then Steve, were you on Omnium?
No, I can make timings work. I did tiny
Yeah.
races on Saturday.
That was kind of my problem with the timings too.
yeah, I did in it as well because I wanted to do a big epic outdoor ride, which I did on Sunday, and then I did my stage 4 of the Zwift games on the Saturday.
Priorities, guys. This is our event.
I know.
Awful. And gosh, and we were on the podcast. Did anyone do TTT last night?
Do the what?
What was it?
The TTT.
Oh, no.
2 laps of sand and sequoias, which doesn't sound too bad, but like that second time up Titans is, and it's well over an hour if you're a bit slow like me at the moment. It's a tough course.
That was yesterday's WTRL?
Mm.
Oh, yeah. That can be pretty brutal, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
I checked out at 30 kilometers. That was me
Attaboy.
done.
Yeah.
I was about to say that's
Check out.
quite a long one. Yeah, and
So- Was
And,
attendance down because of that, Steve? Did it look like low?
Sorry, Brent.
Was the attendance down because it was so long?
I don't know. So I joined in. Dirt runs 2 teams in the 8:40 UK time slot, which they basically use as a cool down for anyone who's done the 7:30 slot. And that was the only slot I could ride. So I just jumped in and rode around with some people for a bit while they're doing a cool down. So yeah, it's good to hop on and do it.
But didn't make it all the way for the 40K. I think a full on TTT for 40K is only just like it's a little over an hour. Like you'd be close to 40K on a TTT.
It's surprising how much Titans slows you down.
That's true.
So yeah, what does it have? Zwift Insider has, if you're doing 4 watts a kilo per 32 minutes to go around.
Yeah, but that's like solo on a road bike. Yeah. Interesting. Well, they mix it up. Who knows? We should send a shout out to in the APAC group for Omnium, Lloyd Jones, Kevin Barker, and Guy DeBell, who win their categories. In the EMEA zone, Rasmus Anderson, Paul Himes, and Ernst Leckis, who win their categories. And in the Americas, Luke Aaron, Matthew Derry, Garth Somerville, and Wanda Reed, and Kurt Sindelar, who won their categories.
And as I can tell that you're in no way reading that from Facebook at the moment, Brent. I think it was 48 people managed to do the whole event as well.
That's good.
It was pretty cool.
Lot of ATP names in the winners there.
Well, so it's funny you mentioned that. So in 4th place, I think that was the most interesting team result, wasn't it? Which is something like Scunthorpe Riders Club or something like that. Scunthorpe is a small seaside town, I believe, in the north of England. So it's a very odd team to have finished 4th place in the Herd Omnium.
Well, we should also send a shout out to ATP for their teamwork. Because Chris, you'd mentioned in the chat that you got kind of ganged up on in one race by ATP.
Well, I mean, I think it was Nate, our psychologist, who was the most vocal in the in-game chat about, it's tough to win when we're riding against team tactics, and it didn't really feel that way to me. I didn't really feel like ganged up on in any way. There were some races. What was the FTS race in New York?
Itzendorf.
Itzendorf.
Yeah, on Prospect Park. Yeah.
Yeah, that one kind of felt like they were coordinated and dropping back and leading out, which is fine. That's all fair play. It just felt like a ladder race where you'd been isolated and you were just 1v7, essentially. I didn't have the legs to compete really in that. And yeah, full kudos to them for gaming it the right way. So no complaints.
Well, I'd say that he's thinking of that one in that point. There's a very specific thing where when we went out the gate, there was me, Nate, and Heinz, sorry, from the Herd, and then there was 3 or 4 ATP riders, and then I think like one rando, and they sprinted out the gate like full on, like 800 watts for 30 seconds and dusted all of us. So there was the 4 ATP guys out the front, and then we were all broken up. And that was kind of the game, because now they had the four riders off the front. They went through all the stuff as a group. They kept the pace high. And I mean, poor Nathaniel, I was trying to like give him a hand and lead him out, but he's so much stronger than me. It was not helping him at all. Like, I was just slowing him down.
It's not helping them though, has it? So they finished 5th in the team results. Herd coming in 3rd, Dirt 1st, On the River Racing OTR 2nd. It's Southburn District Wheelers. I had to go and check it out, which is a small cycling club from a place called Tunbridge Wells in the south of England, which is a medium-sized town. So yeah, very, very random to see them above some of the big teams like ATP.
I'm gonna have to tag him post for this.
Is that SDV? Because I know they do hurt quite often. Yeah, that sounds a lot like a lot of ladder racing tactics. When you mentioned the out of the gate, we had that in Scotland with a team. They just went blasting out of the pens. Normally on in our level of ladder racing, teams tend to do it, and it was 4v4, and after it quickly was a 4v2 because it was all hands on deck to just not get them to TT away.
Yeah. Well, credit to them for organizing that.
It was well played. It was really well played.
Really well played. Yeah.
And probably there are people on those ATP teams that probably are in ladder, so which use ladder tactics.
Yeah.
You can use ladder tactics in these kind of races as well.
Yeah. Like my legs were already fried. Like I went day 1 Omnium and then Ecro
Oh yeah.
And then the next morning I woke up and did Ecro and then day 2 Omnium. So I was pretty, and then I had a hockey game after that. So I was pretty dead.
Oh.
I'm not entirely sure you can blame ATP's tactics at the start of Omnium Quiz.
Damn it. Nope, it's the hill I'm gonna die on. I would have won if they hadn't gotten
If it wasn't for those pesky kids. Chris has
If
just ripped
the-
off his face mask, and it
Yeah.
turns out he was James Bailey all along.
It was let's see who's really behind this.
James is in Mallorca right now. He posted on Facebook. I think I'd say that'd be posted on Facebook
Nice.
because he's at Zwift Community Live.
Oh, is that what's happening in Mallorca? I
Mhm.
noticed
Yeah.
Mario was awesome.
Yeah,
this
that-
week
yeah.
as well.
Yeah, Mario Line is going to Zwift Community Lab as well. Not as community as last year because it wasn't really open. It doesn't seem to be open like last year to the public, but more for the invited people. But yeah,
I'm gonna have to have words with James because Harriet's really keen for a holiday, and I reckon I could have wangled this like a week in Mallorca, and my bike. Would have been great. Words with James Bailey required.
The Zwift Big Spin is on. I have been trying to get the BMX bike with no success. So now I've got like.
So this
multiple
is the
reviews
bit
of
I listened in the other week. So the BMX bike is now re-available, but there's the like motocross shit bike.
yeah.
Sorry, I mean the motocross bike that I'm sure people will want and is amazing, but just isn't as good as the BMX bike. But it is faster than the Zwift Steel bike on the flat, I read.
Yeah, can you upgrade it? That's what I want to know.
the new bike.
Probably. Yeah, it's the same like a cruiser or a BMX bike. It's a Zwift beginner entry bike probably.
It is, yep. I won it by late joining and coffee breaking. Got it on my first and only big spin ride so far. And I did check this morning while I was logging in. And it's 100K to your first upgrade.
There you go.
Yep. I'm doing the same as you, Brent, though. I'm doing repeats on Epic to try to get that damn Atomic Cruiser from 2 years ago. Still no luck. Keep getting drops.
Yeah, the only saving grace is that I need time on the saddle anyway to upgrade my Pinarello TT bike to get the Espada. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm getting
Chris, I don't know if you heard, I managed to get the Millersteins after I think it was 15
Ah.
attempts up the Alp. So I never want to do any climbing ever again.
You've only gone up the
was
Alp
it-
15 times in 8 years? How long has it been?
Oh, I basically, it was meant to be like, oh, if you do it on average 7 times, you get it. And I got to about 12 times at the Alp, and I just had a bit of a strop at the Alp. I'm like, I just don't want to do it again.
Well, now you just got to go get that 25 times badge. That was what got me over the last ones. It's like, fine. All right. And that brings us to Around the Horn. And with the Zwift Big Spin going on that we just kind of talked about, we thought we would say if the herd was putting on a Zwift Big Spin event, what would we want the Big Spin prizes to be? So if there was like herd kit or a herd bike, a special herd bike, or a special set of herd wheels, what would we think they should look like? So let's start with Steve, because I think he's given the most thought to
Oh,
this
you've given
in the last
you've
30
given,
seconds.
you've given me some ideas there, Brent. Like herd wheels now. Oh gosh, like the fire socks leave a blazing trail of fire. Could you leave like hoof prints behind you on the road? Now that would be
Oh.
cool. But my idea was going to be, and I know it pissed off a load of people when they had when the inflatable dinosaur suits
That's where I was
in
going.
game.
yeah.
Inflatable animal suits. I'm just going with it. I'm going with it. So you could be a lion, you could be a zebra, you could be that dick who's going to be the giraffe that just completely blocks up the UI for everyone. It would be amazing, wouldn't it? So
Like the cow, like a big inflatable cow that looks like our Pictron logo, like just chugging along.
if you could add on giant heads to whatever
Yeah, I was
the
about to
animals
say
are,
that
to,
would
to
be-
make sure you annoyed the maximum number of people, it would be great.
Oh god.
So there we go. Yeah, hoof print socks and inflatable animal suits.
All right, who else? I was
Yeah,
gonna say
instead of
that I would
maybe
do the wheel with
the
like
ride-on
cowbell.
thumb, you could have like a cow patty come down.
I think it should say moo. It should say moo.
Just says moo, just says moo comes down. Yeah, that would be good too.
So ride on, it's like moo.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
I thought the wheels should be like cow print disc wheels.
Mm.
That'd be good. I don't know what kind of bike we'd get though.
You got to go. Surely you'd have to go. You know when the polka dot jersey winner is deciding the Tour de France, and suddenly like they've got everything polka dot. Like that would be the everything cow print option would be.
Yep.
Yeah. What would we do for like a hat? I'm guessing it's like an iconic.
Maybe more Pink Tron related than herd related, I guess. But if there was like a mushroom hat signaling back to John's
Yeah.
mushroom drink days.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Haven't seen a mushroom drink in your hand for a little while.
No, it's been too long.
Okay, well, let's bring it back
All
with
right.
hats.
With hats.
With
Yeah.
hats.
So it looked like I'm trying to picture like Toad from Mario, but like the big like round with a dot on it.
Right. The red one with the white polka dots. Yeah.
Or if we could do a multi-lap Bologna event as part of Big Spin, every time you go up the climb and in your water bottle holder, you get a Miller Lite. Do that.
Actually, maybe that should be the bike. The bike is a Miller Lite print job.
Yeah.
And a Miller Lite
It's
team
always-
jersey.
They're always grabbing their water bottle, so you could just change that to a Miller Lite.
Yeah, I mean, there's some copyright issues to work through to be sure, but
Yeah.
Just call it Muller Lit or something like that. I'm sure it'd be fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Schmiller
they want to
Lite.
sponsor.
Muller.
Oh dear.
You get away with that one actually.
I'm sure there's something in power ups as well. I like John's sort of cowpat power up that kind of like again hides the screen for everyone. There would be the what used to be the Crows special move in the TTTs, which would be the inability to overtake anyone. That would definitely be a power up that would be in the game that would be herd related.
Backwards, yeah. I would like if they were giving away and get. I still think the like coral kit that they made in real life was pretty good. Like I would.
Yeah,
I
I'd love
I
that
would
in
wear
game. That
in
would be
game.
banging.
I think it'd be great. It's pinkish. Goes with Pink Tron. Probably looks good on a Pink Tron bike.
Mhm.
I think it'd be good
Good looking kid, yeah.
for sure. Well, I think if you got
Did we get an orange kit? Because I'm sure I've got like some orange. I've got an orange gilet, windbreaker thing. Did we get an orange kit in real life as well?
No, there's some secondary orange stuff floating
Hmm.
around, including that, right? Wasn't
'Cause
there?
I've got the arm warmers and the
cap as
gilet in
well?
orange.
Yeah, I think there's an orange cap. But I don't think there was ever an orange kit as a primary
Hmm.
color.
Mm.
We have the adventure one, right? Which is like the jungle leaves. That's a good looking one too.
I would love something really Tron inspired in a herd kit. So like that kind of Tron film aesthetic as well, kind of chunky 80s graphical that sense to it. So
Yeah. That's
we
where
go
it's at.
full circle. That'd be fully meta on that, wouldn't
Yeah, there's like a
Shoes and
blue and
hooves.
orange cap.
You could have hooves instead of shoe. Turns your feet into little hooves.
it?
Maybe antlers for a hat.
Antlers, yeah, that'd be good.
I do think, and maybe because we know the Canadians are often underrepresented with equipment from Zwift, and we know that the "Do You Even Moo" t-shirts are incredibly popular. We could have "Do You Even Moose?"
Derivative. Yeah,
Only
then-
available in Canada.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is the insideiest of inside baseball.
I know this will get a comment on Facebook as well. Whenever we've done weird inside jokes, we always get some love for it.
It's true. It's true. Do you even moose? Do you even moose might be the episode title today.
I think that's it.
I mean, we haven't managed to talk about electrodes in John's butt, so we can't have that pre-discussed title.
Yeah.
You might need to give some context for that one, John. I don't know, or we're just gonna leave it. We're just gonna leave it. No context. John talks about electrodes in his butt.
Electric needles. Right.
Oh, that might have to be on that note. We say thank you to Stefan. Thank you to Chris Greenland. Thank you to Steve Pritchard. Thank you to everybody doing the herd races, doing No Spring Chickens this weekend. Thank you everybody listening. Drop your favorite ideas for herd themed spin items in the comments. Moo and good night.